Welcome back to another episode of The Cure for Cowardice. Now, I made a video earlier this morning, and I was quite angry during it. I was thinking about people in my life who have thrown away all of their potential because they are damaged, are broken. What I want to talk about in this video is a little bit more positive than the last one. Something that we need to understand is that, you ever heard the phrase, hurt people hurt people? Well, it's true. One person goes through some shit, they put somebody else through more shit, whether it's the same or different. They put somebody else through more shit, and hurt people continue to hurt people. And this has been going on for thousands and thousands of years. So it's no wonder that in today's day and age, we are more broken, sensitive, fucking hurt than any other generation before. Because not only have we been dealing with it for so long and getting more and more twisted and convoluted in our brain juices, but we also are more aware of it than we've ever been. And the reason that I feel so strongly about this is because I believe with every ounce of my being that anybody has the potential within themselves to do just about anything that they set their minds to. The people who have achieved the most in this world are made up of the same flesh and blood as you and me. They go through their experiences, they have their trauma, they have their pain, they have their misery. And despite that, they achieve the things that they set out to do, regardless of how big those dreams are. And I think the real power here is that despite all of us being hurt, traumatized, broken, whatever word you want to throw in there, despite all of us having gone through some shit, we have within us the ability to take that experience and turn it into fuel that will drive us towards the thing that we want most in life. Because that's what it is. There is no bad or good emotions. It is purely how they are harnessed. If you think about emotions as reactions within the body and mind, there is energy, there is inertia behind those reactions. And the more powerful the reaction, the more it affects us. But the more energy that is within that emotion. So all it comes down to is learning how to harness that energy that is behind each emotion, whether we label that emotion good or bad. If we can harness that energy and direct it towards the thing that we want, we can use everything that happens to us as a stepping stone towards the life that we want to live. And the reason that I get so worked up over this is because I spent most of my life being a victim to my circumstances. Being told that I had gone through trauma, being told that because I had a history in my family of X, Y, and Z mental illness, it was expected that I would also have X, Y, and Z mental illness. And so I have spent most of my life in the woe is me mode. And it's useless. It's completely and utterly useless to myself, to everybody around me, to society as a whole, towards quote-unquote happiness. It's just completely useless. There's no benefit whatsoever that comes from feeling like I am a victim. And so, what I realized through a lot of self-work and a lot of time spent sitting with myself and examining my life and the situations I've come across is that those very same things that could break me are the very same things that could drive me to be extraordinary. It reminds me of a quote, which is that the difference between a hero and a villain is that a villain goes through trauma and says, because the world hurt me, I'm going to hurt everybody else. And a hero goes through trauma and says, because the world hurt me, I will not let anybody else be hurt in the same way. It's just a decision. That's all it is. And the best part is, you can change your trajectory, the path that you're on, in a moment. This is not a process that takes a very long time. It is simply a decision that whatever happened to you, whatever you went through, whatever you are going through, is happening for you, not to you. It is happening so that the future version of you will have the scars and the lessons in order to be able to learn and grow. And it is happening for you because the bigger the monster, the greater the hero. And the more challenges that you had to overcome, the greater your legend will be for overcoming them. And the experiences that you are going through now and that you have gone through in the past will be the stories that you tell that inspires somebody else to be able to rise up and make the same changes in their lives. The shit that you have gone through and the shit that you are going through is the reason you will succeed. All you have to do is make the decision that you're going to use it as fuel instead of as a weight dragging you down. Because emotion is just energy. And if you can learn how to take that emotion and apply it towards whatever activity that you are doing, whether that emotion would be labeled good or bad, if you can just apply that energy towards the thing that you are trying to accomplish, you will realize that you have so much more within you than you ever thought. And you will go from being a victim to the victor in anything that you attempt. We are all victims to our circumstances only as long as we let ourselves be. And the moment we decide that we don't care what happened to us, in the sense that we're not going to let it hold us back anymore, then what was a problem becomes the solution. And all it takes is a decision. That's all it takes. So anyway, I think that's what I got for this one. I'm going to end it on the same note that I did before. Don't be a victim. Be a person. Use what happened to you to your benefit instead of letting it use you. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Catch y'all on the flip side.